Hello, everyone. Please listen to a meaningful story about experience, wisdom, and the importance of giving the right job to the right person. The story is called Pennywise and Pound Foolish. Before the story begins, let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to save a little money, but later lost something much more valuable? Have you ever chosen the wrong person to do an important job? Sometimes a small mistake in judgment can lead to a very big loss. Sometimes pride, greed, or short thinking can destroy something that could have been saved. Today's story tells us how one wrong decision and one narrow mind brought great tragedy to a royal family. Now let the story begin. Long ago, there was a powerful kingdom ruled by King Aldric. King Aldric was a wise man who had ruled his land for many years. He had seen wars, peace, victory, and failure. Because of his long experience, he knew that every decision must be made carefully. King Aldric had 3 sons. The eldest son was named Prince Marcus. Marcus was proud and serious. Since childhood, he had believed that being the firstborn meant he must always be respected and obeyed. The middle son was named Prince Adrian. Adrian was passionate and brave, but sometimes he acted without thinking carefully. The youngest son was named Prince Julian. Julian was kind, calm, and thoughtful. He often listened more than he spoke. One day, terrible news arrived from a neighboring kingdom. Prince Adrian had traveled there secretly and had become involved in a fight with a nobleman. The fight ended badly, and the nobleman died. Adrian was arrested and placed in prison. The foreign king ordered that Adrian would soon be executed. When King Aldric heard the news, he became very quiet. The Queen Helena, cried in fear, "We must save our son." She said. King Aldric thought deeply. He knew that the neighboring kingdom was ruled by a proud and stubborn king. Asking for mercy directly might only make the situation worse. But King Aldric also knew that in that kingdom there lived a famous wise man named Lord Severin. Lord Severin was respected by everyone. Kings listened to him. People believed that he understood the stars and the hidden movements of fate. If anyone could save Adrian, it was Lord Severin. So, King Aldric prepared a secret letter. He also ordered 100 bars of gold to be placed in a strong chest. Then he called his youngest son, Julian. "My son," the king said gently, "take this letter and this gold to Lord Severin. Only he has the wisdom and influence to help your brother." Julian bowed respectfully. "I will do exactly as you say, Father." But someone else had heard the conversation. Prince Marcus, the eldest son, stepped forward with anger in his voice. "Why send Julian?" Marcus said loudly, "I am the eldest son. Important family matters should be handled by me." King Aldric shook his head slowly. This mission requires patience and careful judgment. The king replied, but Queen Helena spoke quickly. My king, she said softly, Marcus is the firstborn. It is only right that he represents the royal family. Marcus stood proudly beside his mother. King Aldric felt uneasy. Deep in his heart, he sensed danger. But the queen continued to plead. And Marcus insisted strongly. Finally, the king sighed. Very well, he said reluctantly. Marcus will go. He handed the letter and the gold to his eldest son. Listen carefully, King Aldric warned. Give the gold to Lord Severin and trust him completely. Do not question him. Do not interfere. Marcus nodded. But inside his mind, he was already thinking differently. Soon, Marcus arrived in the neighboring kingdom and traveled to the large estate of Lord Severin. The old sage received him calmly. Marcus presented the letter and the chest of gold. Lord Severin opened the letter and read it slowly. After finishing, he looked at Marcus with sharp eyes. You must leave the city immediately, the sage said firmly. What? Marcus asked in surprise. Return home to your father. Severin continued. Do not ask what I will do. Do not watch. Do not wait. Trust that your brother will be saved. Marcus frowned. The instructions seemed strange, but he agreed and left the house. However, Marcus was not a man who trusted easily. Instead of leaving the city, he stayed secretly in a nearby inn. I will watch what this old man does, Marcus said to himself. Days passed. Marcus walked around the city, asking questions. He even used his own money to bribe small palace servants and guards. I must make sure everything goes well, he told himself proudly. Meanwhile, Lord Severin went to visit the foreign king. The sage spoke calmly. Your Majesty, he said, the stars show a dark shadow over your palace. A curse may fall upon the kingdom. The king looked worried. What must I do? He asked. To remove the curse, Severin answered. You must show great mercy to your people. The king was superstitious and feared bad signs from the heavens. So, he immediately announced a general pardon for all prisoners. The news spread through the city like fire. When Marcus heard this news, he smiled with satisfaction. Excellent, he said to himself. My brother will be freed anyway. But then another thought entered his mind. If the king is freeing everyone, then Lord Severin did nothing. Marcus looked at the gold he had brought. That gold belongs to our family, he thought greedily. Why should the sage keep it for nothing? Driven by this narrow thinking, Marcus hurried back to Lord Severin's house. The old sage looked at him quietly. I told you to leave the city, Severin said. Marcus smiled proudly. I heard the king will free all prisoners, he said. It seems your help is no longer needed. Lord Severin studied the young prince carefully. He understood everything immediately. He saw the pride in Marcus's eyes. He saw the greed in his heart. So the sage smiled coldly. "If that is what you believe," Severin said calmly, "then go inside and take your gold back." Marcus could not believe his luck. He rushed inside, opened the chest, and quickly loaded the gold onto his horses. "I am very clever," he thought happily. "My brother will be saved, and I will return with the gold." Without waiting another moment, Marcus rode away from the city. But Lord Severin immediately went to the palace again. He spoke quietly to the king. "Your Majesty," the sage whispered, "the people are talking." "What are they saying?" the king asked. "They say your mercy was bought with gold from King Aldric," Severin replied softly. "They say you were bribed to free a murderer." The king's face turned red with anger. "I would never accept a bribe," he shouted to prove his honor. The king immediately canceled the pardon for Prince Adrian. "Execute him at once," he ordered. A few days later, Adrian was executed. When the news reached King Aldric's kingdom, sorrow filled the royal palace. Queen Helena cried bitterly. Marcus was shocked and confused. "I tried to save him," he said weakly, but King Aldric remained silent for a long time. Finally, he spoke slowly. "I knew this might happen." The queen looked at him with tears. "You knew?" she asked. The king nodded sadly. "My eldest son grew up during our years of poverty," Aldric explained. "In those days we had very little." Marcus learned to count every coin. He turned toward Marcus. "To you, gold is something too precious to lose." Then the king looked at Julian. "But Julian was born after we became rich. He has never feared losing gold." The king sighed deeply. If Julian had gone, he would have left the gold without hesitation. He would have trusted Lord Severin completely. King Aldric closed his eyes. "Marcus tried to save money," he said quietly, "and in doing so, he spent his brother's life." The palace remained silent. Everyone understood the lesson. Sometimes trying to save a little can cost something far greater. And sometimes the most important decision is simply choosing the right person for the right task. Thank you for watching and listening to the meaningful story, Pennywise and Pound Foolish. We hope this story gives you a deep lesson about choosing the right people for the right work. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share to support our channel. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos soon.